Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 92nd episode of Concerned Dabs podcast. I'm your host, Katie M. Kane. Our guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen, she is a webcam model. She is a porn star. She is a rapper slash writer, an adult content creator. She is from the 503, La La G. Ladies and gentlemen, in the house on Concerned Dabs podcast. Dope, dope. You can hear us okay? The audio is good, right?
Perfect. It's wonderful.
Okay, cool. I'm glad that you took the time to let us interview you about your career tonight. I followed you for a while online on Instagram, and I'm a fan. You know what I mean? So
Thank you.
yeah. So I always try to have women business owners on my podcast. You know what I mean? No
Yes,
matter in
I
what
love it.
capacity, and you fit that build. And I just feel like the questions are really entertaining for most folks because there's not a lot of I guess there's podcasts out there that are themed that way, but my audience is into that too, and we don't get a lot of guests from that realm. You know what I mean? So thank you for taking the time.
Of course, this will be groundbreaking.
Yeah. So I sent you a list of sample questions, and I we don't necessarily have to go in too much order. And like I said before we started, if you want to talk about something more than something else, that's fine. If you don't want to talk about something, that's fine. It's your hour. So my first question, Lala G, is what influenced you to want to create adult content?
Okay. Well, I don't know what time frame it was, but I had learned that in this industry, webcam models make the most money out of the streetwalkers, out of the online, escorts, out
Oh,
of any type of sex
eh,
industry work, strippers.
yeah, appearances too. Even those porn stars that are appearing on Bang Bros, that's like a one-time thing that they get paid for. They don't get royalties off their film on the back end, right?
Well, I don't know about that. I can't speak for any other porn
Okay,
star
okay.
that doesn't get their royalties. I don't
Okay,
know.
cool. Well, I'm interjecting a little bit because
But yes, it's common in the industry for you to only get paid for the one scene period, like a flat rate.
Yeah,
Flat rate.
yeah. Because girls on Twitter will say content is worth more than a paid appearance. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
exactly. And then it's more consistent webcamming. It's more consistent, and you're your own. Like you're your own boss in the sense that you create. It's up to you and your enthusiasm and your drive on how much money and content you're gonna make. So it's not up to like a casting director or anybody else.
Yeah. Or
So
the
webcam models make
producer.
the most money out of anybody in the adult entertainment industry, including strippers and escorts.
Okay, cool. So did you used to dance before?
I danced one time when I was 17 illegally. I had borrowed some girl's ID.
Mm-hmm.
I only danced for a couple of months. I got kicked out for escorting in the club.
It
And
happens,
then I
man. It
never danced
happens.
again. So no, I do
Depending on where
not
I've
dance.
worked, it's like it's either it's cool or hey, man, it's not
Yeah,
cool. So
I just learned rhythm like today. So I don't know how to dance. I'm not a dancer. I will try. I'll have fun with it, but no.
dope. Well, that's cool. That's cool, man. Um, I'm gonna ask the music question later. So what was the first? So you figured out that that's where the paper is, but like,
Yeah,
what?
and
Yeah,
then
can you
I
tell us more of the story? Like how did
okay.
it go after that? Yeah.
Well, so like, I signed up for all the little websites, as Google webcam modeling, blah blah blah. Everybody heard of like
Cam
I've-
Soda. Cam
yeah,
Soda.
heard of like the basics.
Okay.
I follow porn stars on Instagram and social media, so I just went to their links. But I didn't really take it seriously. Until in 2018, I went to the Sex Expo convention in Portland over at the Expo Center.
Okay.
And so that really showed me, like, that allowed me to meet like the real models. Like, it's not a screen, we're in person.
Yeah.
These are real women of
Yeah.
all different varieties, sizes, shapes, colors that make real money. And it really like gave me a sense of the environment, the community of it all.
Yeah.
These girls went from just signing up on a website and just like me making videos out of their room to being sponsored by like cannabis um
Companies, dispensaries, production, you know what I mean?
yeah, being like sponsored by these like toys, adult toys, and
Yeah.
it brought more opportunities along because we're in a different age now. People forget, like we're in a whole different age. It's 2021. Up, it's the internet.
Yeah, dude. Like,
It's a different game.
it is, man. And not to just bring my folks into this, but when I go visit back home, like they still pay for direct TV and shit like that. And they watch the news on the schedule. And it's like,
Oh my goodness.
for the hours that I'm there, I'm like, fuck, that screen is always on and it's always loud as shit. And I always just try and tune it out. And it's like, I'm trying to push them towards like Netflix and Hulu and all this other
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
And
we're like in a
it's just,
different age. So with the webcamming thing, I'm taking it more serious now because I realize that it is a different age and it's a different time. So we gotta be 1, 2, 3 steps ahead of the game if you want to win. But
yeah. And people are at home bored, you know what I mean? Lonely as
especially,
shit. So it's like there's lots of
especially because
opportunity.
unfortunately the virus and the epidemic. So it's definitely good to take advantage of the good you can get out of it during this time, especially.
Yeah,
You're
dude, like the news and the TV always tells me like how shitty it was, and my year wasn't that bad, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I didn't make a lot of money, but I got to create a lot of art that's going to be seen and heard next year. So, or I
well,
mean this year, and it just, I don't know. I'm fuck. Maybe it's just positive thinking taking over or something. You know, I had a real negative fucking streak for a while where I wasn't that fun to be around or hang out with. And now that I focus on the things that make me happy and complete those tasks, it's like, dude, it's so, like it's weird because like my podcast homies at Beers, Bongs, and Bullshit, like they'd be like, man, can't be talking like Yoda sometimes. And I'm just like, man, I fucking wasn't always like that, bros. You know what I
the
mean?
wise
Like,
one.
man, so I try to, like you're saying, try and look at the silver lining in
Yeah,
the shit
yeah,
that sucks. You know what I mean? So
definitely. Because I wasn't able to make as much money as I had planned to. So when did the pandemic start in
like
2000
March,
2019?
March or so, I think.
Okay, well, yeah, I had a whole plan for so at the the beginning of 2019, I figured out exactly what it is that I want to do, what I need to do, what I can do to fulfill a greater purpose in the world, regardless of my, where I can move this forward. And then to the end of 2019, I figured out my exact plans and my step-to-step goals on how to get there. And then boom, what do you know? The virus came, fucked all that up. So
Same. Like my move to Spokane was supposed to be, yeah, much more fruitful on the paper end, but fuck. It's like once I got
I
here, everything
know.
closed. Like I couldn't link in or get, like it was just like fuck. So I did, like I bought equipment to record my vocals in a higher quality way, like I invested in myself because it's like, dude, like I sold my DJ controller, La La G, my shit that I used to play DJ gigs
Um,
so that I could get some of this other shit. And dude, it was hard. That was like a fucking
that's a big
breakup.
sacrifice.
Dude, yeah, it was hard, but I'm glad I did, man. Like I have these other toys to learn other shit with now. So
Yeah,
it's,
there's
yeah.
definitely a silver lining.
Yeah, man, it's not all bad, man. Um, so my next cookie cutter question that I sent to you, is can you talk about the work part of it, like the grind and the hustle? Because I mean, you mentioned it a little bit earlier, but it's, man, it is, dude. Like you have to post something new all the fucking time, and
Yes, and thank goodness for me. I'm so grateful for my fans because I'm the worst when it comes to consistency of new content. And so
uh-huh,
I'm so grateful that I have loyal fans that stick it out with me and know that, and it's in this business, the grind and the hustle of it, especially when it comes to webcamming, is getting personal with your fans, getting to know them allowing them to get to know you on a personal level. So it's great. I have a great relationship to my loyal ones that understand that even though I don't post consistently, that's going to be the goal. And in order to get there, I have to, it's a step by step. Everything is for me. And so At least everything that I post, then everything that I post, I try to get like it's a better video when I post it. Like everything, even though
Yeah.
I don't post a lot, the next thing I do post is better than the last thing that I posted.
Yeah.
I like
Improvement, man.
I post something and I ask for feedback, and
Yeah.
then I take that and I whenever I do decide to post and have the energy for it, I try to incorporate, and that way I get better and better, and that helps me to create loyal fans.
I agree, man. I had a session with my cousin Rolo and my bro Jimmy Raz. I sent you some beats the other day, but Rolo just like, man, and I like, hey, bro, we all can improve. You know what I mean? So, even me, like like I try to, if I'm gonna come down here and drive 2 hours and link up with you guys, I want to leave with something. You know what I mean? I want to have
Yeah,
something complete to work with, or something done. You know what I mean? If we're just
yeah,
gonna sit here,
product.
yeah. So it just, everybody could get better. The next
Yeah.
one is gonna
So
be.
I would say with like the whole webcamming thing and the grind and the hustle of it, it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality.
I agree. I agree. I apply this same principle to my music. You know what I mean? 'Cause people are like, man, Kane, you haven't dropped anything in a long time. Like, bro, the shit that's coming is fucking tight, man. Like, just
Don't
bear
sleep
with me.
on me is one of my
Yeah.
favorite phrases.
Yeah. I agree. And that, man, that is a good message because it is. It's like, man, don't sleep. I'm gonna keep working until it cracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
And the
please.
criticism, even if people don't know how to express, like even if you feel like it's coming off as a insult, you have to take that and you have to be able to translate that into a positive and constructive criticism.
I
And
agree.
that way you can grow and be better at whatever it is that you do, whether it's music or athletes or
Yeah. Well,
whatever
I
it is.
agree because what you're doing, I would say, is way more vulnerable than an artist creating music. You know what I mean? You got to have thick skin to put some music out, especially nowadays because the internet, just like you're saying, people will be like, oh, this is tight, but people will be just as quick to be like, this is fucking trash. I can't believe this motherfucker's still making music. I wish he would just quit. You know what I mean? And you do. You read those and it's like, fuck, you gotta have thick enough skin to not let it hurt your feelings. And what you're doing
Having
is
thick skin, that was a point I was gonna bring up later on. Yeah, that's important.
yeah,
Crucial.
because you're way in a way more vulnerable position than me.
Mhm.
It's like you're nude on camera. So it's like,
Yes. You definitely, it's a whole different ball game. Even no matter how, even though we are in a new age and a different age, it's still the same type of things of it will never be accepted completely and fully to the public. So
I agree. I
so
agree.
that's another aspect where quality over quantity comes in. Because if you really if if you want that type of status and you want that type of like reputation, I guess. I don't know really what is the word because I don't really care how people I don't care what people think about me, but I guess it is very important, in the business.
Yeah.
But especially with this one, you can either let it make you or break you. And so taking people's criticism and learning from it and incorporating it and growing will help your career in this industry, even if it will never be accepted to society fully. It'll
Yeah.
still be at least on a higher scale
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, dude. Cause
That makes
that's,
sense.
I don't know. Cause to me, like, when I was a kid, people just had different expectations of me when I grew up. You know what I mean? Like, I was gonna go to, and I did go to. It took me a while to finish. You know what I mean? But I went to college, and then it's like afterwards, I just didn't want to go and work in those places and do those things. I wanted to do my own shit, and it doesn't matter. Like, it's my time on Earth. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want.
Sure, it doesn't matter what you do, people are always gonna have something to say.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if I'm not super rich or famous because I'm happy with spending my time doing this shit. And so,
Well, that's
yeah,
another lesson people it's hard for a lot of people to learn and break through that as that not many thing where that ego comes in. So
yeah, I
yeah,
agree. I
I had
agree.
a very humbling experience.
Yeah, can you talk about it? Can you tell us the story?
Oh Lord.
And
So
man, and
you know,
I need you to talk for 2 minutes because I gotta run to the other room real quick, and I'll be
okay,
right back. Okay.
all right. I can
So
talk.
this is the story from Lala G about a humbling experience.
Why don't you take a shot to that one?
Oh yeah, no doubt, girl. Tear it up, man. Tear it up, man. It's Concerned Dads podcast. Do what you want, man.
All right, humble experience. Here we go. So I was always like, picked on, bullied, blah blah blah. I didn't know how to really fit into, like, I didn't know how to communicate and connect with people. So there's that. And then once I started hustling, I'm part of that too. I didn't have shit growing up. I didn't have nothing. I went to school with holes. Up until high school, I was in school with holes in my shoes. No food, no nothing, 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 nothing. Very unlucky. Coming from poverty. And so when I decided, boom, oh, this is the world. Okay, I'm gonna explore it. This is the world. I went crazy. I was making all this money. Boom, I had a Benz, I had clothes, I was traveling, I had jewelry, I had niggas. I had anything, shoes, I had everything that I wanted. Boom, I thought I was just that bitch. I was looking good, feeling good, had everything. And I had to go. I had certain experiences, but I had to cut off like my best friend, my cousin, my main circle.
Yeah.
I was going through a breakup. I was going through rehab. One day after that, I woke up. I was like 80 pounds bigger. We're going from very petite. To me, it felt like I woke up one day and I was 80 pounds bigger. And before that, I was very superficial. Fat bitch this, fat bitch that. I'ma fuck your nigga. I'ma take your man. I'm this, I'm that. I have more money than you, so fuck you. Type of shit. Like just a very superficial, conceited spirit.
I think I saw some of those posts. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely a change. Like even you can recognize.
Well, dude, yeah, like talking to you, I was like, like, yeah,
it's been
very
a long way.
cool peeps, man. Cool peeps, man.
Yeah, and so that humbling experience of me just having to just cut everybody off and then going through treatment and then just isolating myself and just trying to figure out, I don't know what, there was a lot of more stuff that happened in between. But then one day I woke up, I was at my figure. I was like, oh my God. And then I had this, everything hit me. Like I come, my family, just those things hit me because I was so superficial. Like,
And yeah,
Mean
full of
Girls,
yourself, more
like
or less.
Regina from Mean Girls, really bad.
Yeah,
Super
that's
bad.
that's a good example, man. I feel like girls watching this episode will know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay,
Yeah.
so like the bitchiest top bitch number one. Okay.
Yeah.
And so after I had gained all that weight in a short amount of time, I got really depressed. I was confused. All these different emotions I still can't even recognize or put into like,
Yeah, it's cool.
It was a humbling experience. That's all I could say. And that it changed me as a person from the inside out.
That's cool.
And that time was the happiest I'd ever been in a long time. After all that gained that weight, as big as I was, that was the happiest I had ever been in a long time.
Yeah, dude. I feel like that happens to a lot of humans who go through treatment and do that 12-step dance, but females in general, just because they're
the alcohol and drugs with cupcakes and chocolate.
yeah, dude. And females have a slower metabolism, so like that's normal. And it is like sometimes girls do. It's like they remember when they were skinny when they were on one all the time, and it's just like, man, you still look better now than you did then because yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you look healthy and happy and not stressed the fuck out over bullshit that doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but for me it was different because for me I had felt it impacted my feelings a lot deeper because I had always just been so petite anyways.
Yeah.
So it was just like I had never ever been that size before, or even imagine, and it was so fast. Like it was just so quick. I'm talking about in a matter of like 6 months, and so it really changed. Like I went through, I was happy at the time, but then I was going through so, like I said, so many different aspects of realizing who my real friends are. Just like, excuse me,
No,
just like
you're
a
okay.
whole, just like a whole maturity process within that as well. It was like my body, mind, and soul had gone through a whole humbling experience. So it was really intense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So were you creating content before you went through treatment and gained weight? Not so much.
Yeah.
So would you say that there is more demand for that content from you after you went through that process of change?
Yes.
Well, that's dope. Cause I'd agree. You know what I mean? It's like, man, for real. So like it is. Like that's tight. And
Yeah.
I'm not trying to lead you with any questions or anything like that, but I'm just like, yeah,
Well,
that's
being full figured, I lost like gaining all this weight. It was new to me, so I was insecure.
yep.
But then, but I was insecure when it came to guys and that type of thing because I'd always body shamed other girls all the time.
Yeah.
Whoa, and then, but then I was still getting as much, if not even more, attention from guys.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
So like really it was like a really reality check too. Like, wait, hold up.
Yeah.
Big guys like big girls too.
Yeah. I like, dude, one of my homegirls,
Women.
yeah, one of my homegirls online posted this meme and it was like a girl like on a treadmill or something. And it said, when you've been spending 10 hours in the gym all week and then you catch your man jerking off to BBW porn.
Yeah.
And I was like, ah, that shit is funny, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that really was like, whoa, like I was like, so that helped me gain my confidence back definitely a lot, maybe a little too much. And
Oh man, it's cool. It's cool to check yourself. You know what I
no,
mean?
really,
Like,
I got
yeah.
checked. I really got checked. And then, even like I said, like because the way I was and acted, even the people who I thought were on my side were even, they would tell me I'm fat. What happened? You just, you lost yourself. You let yourself go. And then, then I realized that I didn't want to be on that. I was past them. I had grown past that mindset that they were from, and I was a bit able to experience different things that they won't or they
Yeah.
couldn't at that time because I had grown from that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, dude, like DJing in the strip club too, like some girls would be like discouraged on a certain night. I'd be like, yo, and they'd be like, I'm just gonna go home. And it's like, man, stay here for the extra 3 hours that you're scheduled for. And somebody's gonna mob through and they're gonna be like, yo, that's the one, and throw the loot at you. And 9 times out of 10, that's exactly what would happen. You know what I mean? Like everybody doesn't want that girl. You know what I mean? Like there's,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
That's one of the first things that after I had to gain my confidence back and was able to take back, my confidence and stuff. One of the things I would say was that BBW is a fetish, so therefore I'm making more money than just regular because that's a fetish. So you can
exactly.
make money off
Yeah.
of that. So now what?
Everybody ain't got that, man. Everybody ain't got that.
Yeah, so I definitely have more respect for all women now of all body size, and definitely was humbling. Like I said, I can never, I just, yeah. And
Okay.
then in this industry, it doesn't matter what you look like, it's about where your mind is at. So,
Yeah. No doubt. I agree, man. I feel like most jobs, like even like sports, like athletes, if their mind ain't right, they're in a slump or
yeah, you get
they're
off the
fucking
game,
losing. Yeah, they're getting,
get your head
they're
in the
getting,
game.
yeah,
You
and
gotta
and
keep your
and
head
it's like,
in the game.
well, like I watch UFC the most. MMA, I'm an MMA guy. So when those guys have a 2 or 3 losing streak, they lose 2 or 3 fights in a row. Some guys will change their camp. Like, I'm gonna go train at a different gym. Like, fuck these guys, they're not helping me win. But I feel like the smart dudes, they hire a sports psychologist, and then they go to those fucking meetings, and they come, and
Wow.
then it's like a 2 or 3 fight winning streak after that. And I love when they say it in the interviews afterwards. They're like, yo, you went through a slump for a while, man. Like, what happened? He's like, I went to a sports psychologist, man.
Sports psychologist? I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, dude. Like and I don't even know what it's like. I can just imagine, you know what I mean? But like it does. It changes their whole mindset around because I mean, fuck, getting locked in a cage with another dude and fighting until one of you goes to sleep, like that's a fucking anxious situation, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm so sorry. I have to fix this.
oh no, it's all good. It's like I don't care how badass you are. Like you have to have the right mindset going into that. Otherwise, you're probably gonna lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't trip, girl. As long as you can still hear me, I'm gonna go on to my next cookie cutter question. Um, can you talk about one horror story, like either in the like if you shot a scene with someone or there was just like one stalker fucking dude on the webcam shit, or I'm not trying to feel like, can you give us one horror story where shit went bad and it was like, fuck, this might not be the one, man.
I've been pretty lucky in this.
Yeah, so it's been pretty mellow.
Yeah, let's go back to that question.
Okay, yeah, I'll go. Okay, so the other side, can you tell us one story where the shit went good and it worked out? It's like, nah, this guy hit me up and booked me for a scene and I went through and they treated me good and I got paid and this and that. Or maybe if you want to talk about, you know, not webcamming or, you know, any other parts of the game. I don't want you to incriminate yourself or anyone else, you know what I mean? But I just want folks to see that, yeah, there's some bad shit, you know what I mean, that sucks, but there's some good shit too, like where the people treat you all right.
Nowadays, that the good shit is being way more glamorized and popularized than the real shit. Because
yes, well, that's the point of the question, La G's. Like, man, we're not trying to glorify so much, man. We're trying to keep it honest, man. It ain't all bad, but it ain't all good.
Yeah, here's the thing though, is that I personally have not been. I have learned, like, I've heard the stories of people. I'm like, I try to learn from other people's mistakes.
Yes, so, I try to tell this to my kids.
Yeah,
because I'm like, if you can see where someone else fucked up, pay attention and don't do it yourself, man.
Man, where do I start?
Yeah, go man, whatever. We got all the time in the world, girl.
Well,
and just if you want to pick just one or two stories, that's fine. You know, like I just
I feel like I have to be more specific because I'm not getting it. I just don't get it.
Well, okay, so what can you talk about the like the sex worker side of it? Like, have you ever been to an appointment that was scary or a dude tried to do something bad to you like that?
So one time I was in Vegas with my homegirl. Let's just call her Nana.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
Nana. We were in Vegas. It was our first time in Vegas, working, and she had a client come through. I don't know where I was at. I was either in the bed pretending like I was asleep or something.
Okay.
Or something. She hadn't come through. Boom, you know, the job didn't really get finished how he would like it to be, but you know, fuck him, you know, it's time's up, gotta go.
Yep.
And he was getting aggressive. Well, you know, he was getting aggressive and he was just like, you know, no, you're gonna either do this or I need my money back, period. That's not how it's gonna go, boom, boom, boom. And so he was just being very, very aggressive. And then she was scared. So she got nervous and was getting scared. So she ran to the bathroom and like locked herself in the bathroom. And so I had to get up and I had to act a fool.
Okay. Yeah. You had to wild out. Make noise.
Yes, I had to make noise and act free. So I get my ghetto sign on. So what do you want to do? You want, you know, at first, you know, I tried to bargain because it's a new city.
Yeah.
It's a new game in Vegas, period. It's a whole new ballpark than what me and her were used to.
Okay.
We were used to just the internet. Vegas is a whole another ballpark from anything you can, anyway. And so first I was trying to bargain with him, like, okay, well, listen, just because, you know, I didn't know what he wanted to do. This was one of the most aggressive clients that I had ever seen too. So I'm like, you want me to finish, or but if I do, you have to, break this off for me, or
Yeah.
can we bargain on something to make it? And he was just not having it. So I had to get up, jump on the bed, act a fool, boom, you have to go and fight, boom, boom, and really had to assert myself and like go out of my element to freaking
Did the guy
freaking
leave
I
though?
was crazier than him to
Yeah.
get him just out the door. And then once I did get him out the door, boom, we locked it, and then she came out of the bathroom, and then we're like, whoa, and then he tried to knock back on the door, and then boom,
Damn.
he opened it. But that was really crazy because that was my first experience of
Being
reacting off of instinct and what
yeah.
can I do in the situation? Because if I
Heart beating
don't,
fast. Heart beating fast.
yes, my heart was beating fast. My mind was racing, all my thoughts. So all I could do was just let my body go into fight or flight mode. And I'm glad that I went into fight mode because who knows, he could have robbed us, he could have killed us. Because, I've had homegirls that went out of state and got tied up and robbed by their tricks. I've had homegirls that didn't die and got killed by their tricks. And so
Yeah.
because I knew because I heard those stories and I knew those people that went through that before,
Mhm.
I work smarter. Like I learned from their experience, and so that was all really what was going through my head as well. And so I said, that's not gonna be me. I'm not ready for that's not gonna happen to me.
No doubt.
So
No doubt.
I'm gonna go out with the fight.
No doubt. So that was a
That
fucking
was
good
my
answer. That was
crazy experience.
yeah, that was a good answer, dude, to that first question, yo. Like fuck, that was
It wasn't
legit.
that crazy. Like I said, I've been blessed by not having anything horribly happen to me, which it does often. But
Yeah.
that's because a lot of girls kind of like, they get into this groove where they're like, okay, well, you're acting scary. Stop being scary. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I'm not acting scary. I'm acting smart. All money is not good money.
Yes, man. What a good
That's why
message,
I haven't
man.
been to jail. That's why I don't have any charges for this. That's why I don't have any horrible experiences with me because all money's not good money, and I just
Yeah. No doubt. No doubt, man. Good advice. So like the next question is like, can you talk about one that was dope, that worked out, where it's
I
like,
can talk about hella
well,
stuff.
dude, like pick one. The was like, nah, I was showing up for 250, and this motherfucker threw me 5K, or I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't
that
know, like,
happens
dude,
all the
what?
time. That happens all the time. It
Okay,
could
cool.
be okay. I have one story where I really did not. So there's like the alcohol, I guess. So we go to their place,
Wait,
and
the what? Wait, the what?
an alcohol is when you go to a client's residence
Oh,
or
okay,
hotel.
okay,
Instead of them coming to you, you guys meet at a bar or restaurant. You go to their place.
okay.
And
Okay, cool,
so,
man. I'm dumb. You know what I mean? Thank you for clarifying terminology for
of
me.
course, of
Okay.
course, of course. And so, I really was not like my homegirl was trying to have me, put her on. So I did, and then what do you know? Our line was happened to be booming that night. And but I had lost interest. I was tired. I didn't want to. I was, so I'm like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck if there's money there or not. I'm gonna make it some other day. I'm make it tomorrow. But tonight I'm tired. And
Yeah,
she just said, girl, come on, please. They was calling us back to back, and then
yeah.
she,
Like, come through, come through, come through.
yeah, and I'm like, I'm
We
over
got five. We got five. We got a G. We got a G. We got 1,200.
like, come on, we got tequila, we
Yeah.
got cobras de enero.
Word.
And I'm like, no, I don't give a fuck. They're being annoying. I don't trust them being annoying. They're drunk. I don't give a fuck. And my homegirl's like, they're not. Exactly. They're being drunk, annoying. They want to spend some money.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, they want to party, have a good time. And so I eventually fell into it and I let her take me out there. And then what do you know, it was a great night.
Word.
And so that was one of my great experiences of when I was caught up in my, in my little mode of, in my little mode of just fuck everything, just losing just the focus of it and just not being determined on my goals and not following through on my goals and just having such a negative mind to where my home. So I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna go. I'm, fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though I didn't feel good about it, and then it turned out to be a great situation just because I didn't let my thoughts get the best of me, and it was just
Yeah.
like
I like,
I see
dude,
like a great night to where they turn into regulars. I see them a couple times a month for the past year.
that's cool, man. That's cool. See, I try to be that homie, but
Yeah,
sometimes I need that homie to be standing next to me. Like, man, come on,
yeah,
let's
you
just
did
go, man.
good.
It's gonna be dope. Just and it's same thing. It's like, fuck, dude, I fucking worked all day. I'm tired. I just want to fucking crash out. It's like, bro, just drink a Mountain Dew and come pick me up. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, that's dope, man. And peer pressure is not always a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like,
No, in that case, no,
yeah,
not
I
at all.
agree. Yeah. Um. So my next cookie cutter question, Lala G, is can you talk a little bit about the business side, like breakdowns on pay for different sites and whatnot, and then just marketing and promotions, because I don't know, that shit's relevant to me. I'm a musician too, and guys always have like, oh, I distribute through this, and I'm like, do you have to pay it every year? And they're like, well, yeah, and I'm like,
Was
what
it?
the fuck
Yeah.
is the point? I'm like, with the one I use, you pay it one time and then you just collect the checks until the fucking copyright is over, like 87 years from now or
Okay,
some
are
shit.
we talking about music? Or are we talking
No,
about
no, 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 adult stuff. I want to ask music questions
oh,
later. You know what I mean? Because
entertainment?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
well, when it comes to all those,
Well, because you are a musician too, but I'm just trying to pretend like you're not, to have a relative conversation between hustles. You
okay.
know what I mean?
So in this industry, there's a lot of middle or like the
Third
middle.
party, yeah. So yeah,
Yeah,
this
third
guy's got the
party.
server space that he paid for. Like, yeah, talk about that.
Yeah,
How it breaks
so
down.
there's like different packages you could do. There's like maybe like a one time period, which might be like 1,000, and then there might be a yearly package for like 600, and then there might be like a month to month package for $30. So when you sign up for these websites, they'll give you those options,
Yeah,
and it just depends on how dedicated and how ready and like prepared you are to start. So if you know this is what you're gonna do, you have all the equipment, you set up all your social medias, boom, everything's ready to go. This is what you're gonna be dedicated on, and you decided that this is what you're gonna do. Then I would go with the long term plans, of course.
yeah,
Save money that way. However, I think differently, and because I've
yeah, yeah. Talk about it. Talk about it.
I don't
Well, because you think
know.
differently. So like, what's your angle? What's your side of it? Because
Okay, so boom. So you're on these different websites and you are paying these fees. And so let's say you have a gross income of, let's just say 500 a month. Yeah, let's say you have a gross income of 500 a month, but using these third party um websites to where like you sign up for the website, you not only are you paying your monthly subscription
but you're
fee for
giving them a
access
cut.
to things,
Yeah,
and then not only so you're paying your that access, and then you're paying a cut out of what fans are giving you.
yeah. How much is the cut? Like, how bad is it? You know what I mean?
For every website, it's different, but like I said, so if you had a gross of like 500 that month, you would only get a net worth of maybe 300.
Damn.
So that's $200 that could have been in your pocket. However, it's like it's decent, like
So that's like 60/40. Like, is that common? Like they take 40 and you get 60, or is
after
there trade-offs? Like, does the
after being
volume of people watching make a difference because they take 60 and you get 40 on a different site or something?
I would say the more fans the better.
Okay.
Period. But then having consistent fans and loyal fans helps.
Yeah.
But about that's about the ratio how it is usually for all websites, if not more. And so because I'm like so independent and I'm like so like thinking ahead, I'm
Yeah.
like, well, why don't I just make my own website? That way I don't have to pay the middleman. Because
Yes.
Nipsey Hussle says like the middleman.
Yeah. Yeah.
So instead of my gross annually income being, or instead of my net annually income being X amount,
Yeah. Say 50K.
yeah,
You know what?
50K,
You
my
could put.
net annual going through these websites, my gross annual could be 75K.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't I take that 75K? The only thing stopping um webcam models from getting that to that upper like echelon, to like the upper bracket, is going through the middleman when they could just create their own website and be their own .com.
Yeah. Grab the URL. And they're like, isn't there like, it's like dot sex or dot XXX or something that's available now for web domain names. It doesn't even have to be .com. Like you could have it be
I don't know. I just
la
went
la
with the
g dot
traditional.
sex.
Yeah, I just went with the traditional La La Land XO.com because that's the
Word.
easiest for everybody. I don't
And,
know.
and and so that's the URL that you have that you're working on
That's
and
my own
uploading.
domain. If anybody buys any product or any service or anything I have to offer off that website, all all of it comes to me. There's no middleman, there's no service fees, there's no nothing. And
Dope.
so instead of getting that 50K, I get that 75K. And that's just how much every girl is determined and wants this as a lifestyle career.
No doubt. So like what other because you do other stuff on your website too. You offer other services, right? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, yeah, and so my main thing is being able to give back into the sex industry and the adult entertainment industry work. And we get take advantage of a lot. Like you said, we're vulnerable. People don't think our work is real work. We don't. We have to fight.
Sex work is real work, ladies and gentlemen.
Period. Regardless of what anybody thinks, everybody loves it, and it's gonna be around forever, and it has been around since the beginning, day one.
Oldest hustle in the book. Oldest hustle in the fucking book, man. You know what I
And
mean?
so, okay, I lost track. Lost track what we were talking about.
Shit. Yeah, there's a breaking in marketing. Oh yeah, some of the other services that you offer on your website.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay. So because I want to give back to that community, and I offer body wax services.
Yep.
Yes,
It's so like so like that's like what do they call that? Brazilian or bikini?
your vagina, your legs, your eyebrows, your armpits. Offer discounted body wax specifically only for sex workers because nobody gives a fuck about us, to be honest. Period.
That's tight.
Majority or whatever.
That's dope.
So
how much is the discount? Like 20% or something?
Okay, so a Brazilian wax would go from about $50, but I offer that for 35-ish.
That's
40.
fuck. Man, I'll drive fucking 2 hours to save that $15. God damn it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, so they can be very expensive. Any type of so Brazilian wax, for example, can go from 50 to 80 real quick. And I offer them, I think, for 40. I don't have my menu right in front of me because I specifically don't do the waxes. My cousins just graduated from Aveda Cosmetology School. So
dope. Yeah,
so they're my estheticians. And so
yeah,
it's a very good discount.
I used to get haircuts down there at Aveda sometimes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
There'd be homegirls going to school there. They'd be like, yo, come through. I'll cut you for free as long as I could do it for my test. I'm like, fuck, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hell yeah, I'll be through there 3:00, man. Shit.
Yeah, so they know what they're doing, and I buy all the products. So we offer that for girls because that's very important. Most girls like to be, hairless.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that, but to each their own.
To each their
I'm
own.
old school, man. I listen to fucking Pimp C and UGK, man. Like,
yeah, to each their own. We can do a little design on it or something.
yeah, see, and man, can I ask a stupid question? What is the difference between bikini and Brazilian wax? Like, what is the?
Oh, called the butt.
Oh, the Brazilian is the butt too.
Yeah, the Brazilian is the butt.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, cool.
And the bikini is
Yeah.
just,
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thanks for answering that, because I don't fucking know, man. I'm like,
yeah.
shit.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I see ads online all the time, and I don't know. Like, fuck.
Yeah,
I don't even
Brazilian
know
is
what that is. And so
called.
is that one of the main things besides your video content that you offer on your website, or do you have like t-shirts or any other type of products or anything like that?
So right now I'm in the order of trying to grab my shipment because of all these technical issues got sent back and trying to get sent back to me. But I'm
Yeah.
offering a discounted electronic equipment for other webcam models. For example, you know how the new iPhones only have they don't have the aux cord, so you need an extra adapter piece.
Dude, I just had this conversation fucking an hour ago with my other podcast homie Michael On One Smith from Beers, Bongs, and Bullshit podcast.
Not on one.
Same exact one. Yeah. Like that's his rap name's On One, but Michael Smith is his regular name. But
Yeah.
dude, we had same convo. I was like, because we were trying to figure out how to stream live for their shit and connect everyone's mic through the audio. And I said that he is like, if we have an iPhone, we need one of those things to plug the iRig into. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so they're in high demand, and they're so tiny. Everybody loses them.
Yeah.
You can, I buy like fucking like 3 of them in a month. Like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, honestly. And so I had ordered a whole bunch of those with a special twist on it.
Oh, so you got your logo on there or something?
No.
Okay.
I love a real extra twist to where it not only has the adapter, like the regular adapter from the iPhone to the aux, but it also has the extra little square, like a small port to where it has the charger port too. So now you can listen to music and charge your phone like back in the day while still having an iPhone 11, 12, all that.
Dope. Yeah, that's man. See, that's cool, man. Like fucking
It'll come in handy.
not just adult content, not just fucking Brazilian and bikini waxes, but we got fucking tech equipment too, man. You know what I mean? Like that's a pretty cool fucking marketing strategy you got going there.
I'll be here very soon. That's the only reason why I'm sharing it.
Yeah. No, that's tight, dude. Like fuck. Cause it is. Like I
don't know.
because once you start like, oh, I want to do this, it's like, fuck, I need these little pieces of equipment that you know what I mean? And they do, like, once these little pieces of equipment are deemed in high demand, the price kind of does go up. It's you know what I mean?
Like I've spent like fucking $50 on like 3 of those little tiny things. I'm like, fuck, these little tiny things are like costing me, and like, no, for what?
Yeah. And they milk it for a while until people like you are like, nah, I can get the parts from fucking China and fucking sell it for half the price, asshole. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
that's the whole thing is like, and once I get a piece of knowledge, I feel like my purpose is to share that.
yeah, good on you, La La G, man, for real. Thanks. I try to tell the homies all the time. I'm like, how many are you gonna buy? If you're gonna buy more than 5, look on Alibaba, man. You know what I mean? There's a deal. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Anybody can start their own business with anything they want. They just need to research and get it in.
Yeah. Good advice, yo. Good advice. Dude. Yeah, so we're at like 48 minutes already.
Wow, really? I feel like I've only answered like 4 questions.
Yeah. What can you stay a little bit past an hour? Is that okay? Or do you have to go at 9:30?
Yeah, I need to drink.
Okay, no, tear it up.
Part out.
Yeah, tear it up, man. Tear it up. Yeah, whatever floats your boat. I'm gonna go down my next line of questions. So like, what's your thing on film? Like, I didn't get to check out the OnlyFans thing yet. Is it BBW? Is like that the main thing, or is there like, do you have other like themes? Is there acting? Like, 'cause sometimes on the porn sites, it's like, oh, the pizza guy fucking comes over, you know what I mean? Shit like that.
I love that. That's why I definitely want to get more into. Yeah. So I don't know. My thing when I first started out was definitely like hashtag at BBW, because like I said, that's when I started the webcamming, is when I had got the BBW.
Yeah.
You know, and so that was my thing. But there's certain like things I want to do before I like fully get into the like the real this like busted wide open
Yeah.
part of it that I
Yeah.
want to get done that my fans know about. So until then, I've somehow acquired the name of Goat Throat.
Goat throat. That's a cool nickname, man.
Yeah, so somehow along my journey, I've acquired the name of Goat Throat thus far, and so I think that is basically my main theme.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Dope. That's not the answer I was looking for, but that's a fucking good answer, man.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
but eventually, once I get everything that I want aesthetically and all my equipment and all my other goals that are more prioritized for me, then eventually I want to start off like my plan for my webcamming is to offer like a different theme, different um
like a
yeah,
different
different
script,
theme
different story.
every video. Like one day I might do like, oh cool anime. Another day
Yeah.
might do like a whole like script, like acting, like oh Uber driver, I need a ride, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's tight. Yeah. Cause man, yeah, stuff like that's cool. I like watching shit like that sometimes.
Yeah, I don't really have a specific style, so
Yeah. Well, cause like it's not like the performance is what you're looking for, but if there's a little bit of story to it, it's like fuck, all right, cool. That
yeah, that makes it fun. Everybody has their little kinks and their inks.
yeah, yeah. You're into what you're into, and I'm not here to judge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm into a little bit of everything. That's why I don't have
Yeah,
my own a specific one. Yeah.
no doubt,
Okay.
no doubt. Yeah, fuck, man. Good interview so far. La la G.
Thank you.
Um, I guess can I ask about the music now, man? Like, what influenced you to wanna make music and write songs and record?
Um. Okay, so I don't know, but to make music and record, that's always just been since I was born. I guess that's just God. Like that's just my personal talent. My creative is writing.
Mm-hmm.
But to turn that writing and express it as music would have to do with just the way I grew up. I was just really isolated by myself. All I really had was music. All I had was my radio. And
Yeah.
back then, even me being born in '97, I still had a cassette tape to where I was able to record the radio
Awesome.
and then
You're
flip it
man,
over
awesome.
and
Awesome.
record more radio. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Cause
And then that's
dude,
like,
yeah, that's dope. Cause kids don't understand. It's like,
yeah, that's
no,
the last little bit of that.
it's like motherfucker, I would sit there and tune in on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. because I knew that's when the only fucking rap show was gonna be on the top 40 station, and I could fucking hear some shit from New York or somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like I remember hearing that Biggie Hypnotize. I was a freshman in high school. It was during tennis season. I was playing tennis, me and my homeboy Leotis. And I showed up to fucking school on Monday and I was like, bro, did you hear this song? And he had it too. He had it from somewhere else, but he's like, yeah, I got it too. And it just, you couldn't, there was no internet. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck. Like I got to get it wherever I can and fucking listen to it
Yes.
again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so radio and cassettes. I got the last. I'm so grateful. I'm so jealous of real '90s babies that I had to grow up. You know, I was born '97, so I had the last very end of it,
Yeah.
and I still remember that's where it came from. Was
Yeah.
that?
It didn't really start getting bad until 2010, man. You know what I mean? In my opinion, as far as rap, it's like, fuck, after 2010, it's like everybody just sounds like everyone else, man. There's no style points anywhere. And I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's been one of my biggest learning lessons is my music sounds better when I don't try to sound like everybody else.
yeah. Dude, yeah, because I watched a few of the videos on YouTube and listened to the songs, and it sounds kind of Dej Loafish to me. Not that you're trying to sound like her, but I fucking love Dej Loaf, you know, like and it is, it's kind of like a Pimp C
Okay,
type.
I've honestly never heard that reference
Oh,
before.
word, yeah, it's
That's
like a Pimp C
cool.
voice from a female, but
Dave
talking
Dave
about
Chappelle was
explicit
one of
shit.
the first concerts I've ever been to.
Oh,
Honestly.
really?
Yeah, so
never
it's
seen
crazy
her.
that you say that. It really
Yeah, I've never seen her live, but I fuck her music's the shit, yo. You know what I mean? Like I like her stuff. Um, so like what how did you start recording like and start putting shit out, man? Like you're still an independent artist, right? Like you own all your stuff and record and put it out on you. Are you gonna sell music on your adult site too?
Selling music, I don't know. I've been recently researching just the basics of putting my music out on Apple Music and
CD
Spotify.
cdbaby.com, girl.
I mean, I've heard of
cdbaby.com.
that. I know about all of that really, but I honestly don't believe because my music is something different for me. Like I said, writing is an expression that is inspired from inspired for me.
Yeah,
And
so
so my music, I feel like I don't want to charge or I don't care about making money from my music until somebody offers that for me, and then I will be more serious on a professional level when it comes to that. But just because I'm not trying to charge money for my music doesn't mean don't take it serious.
yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, man. Like sometimes kids would hit me up online and be like, "Yo, can I get a verse?" And if I've never met them and I don't know them, I would say $200. You know what I mean? And that's where the conversation would end every single time. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, I buy my beats for like 250. Like if you can't invest in that, and that was where I would draw the line. But it's if somebody is my friend and I dig their work and I want to work with them and they want to work with me, I don't want to charge them money. It's like, man, can we just
Yeah.
swap it out? Can we swap it out? Can I get one from you? And that's I've been lucky to have homies that will work with me like that. And sometimes there's a more famous, more popular rapper that I have access to through a homie, and I know it costs this much, but I'm getting it for this much. So it's worth it to me. I pay the money and I get the feature, and it's like, cool, I get to sell that on my fucking CD. You know what I mean?
Well, it's worth it to you, because I feel like the music industry's integrity has definitely changed from decades ago.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one for me to try to, people offer all the time for me, like to write my lyrics or write a song for me. And even though I want to be successful in the music industry, something inside of me just will not, my music is my way to express myself, period. From the realest, depthest, deepest part of my heart.
Yeah.
And so it's not like I'm just making music to be in a trend or be cool or because I think it's tight at the moment. It's
Yeah.
something I've always been doing since I was little. Like my first song was a rap about math and like fucking in the first grade.
That's tight.
Like not any of my family members. Like I was a nerd, so my rap
Yeah.
was about math. And I remember being in like
That's tight.
third. Yeah, I remember being in like third or fourth grade. Me and my mom had just moved to Chicago, and I had heard NWA Boys in the Hood on the radio. It
Yeah.
was on the radio, and I had made a remix to that. It was in third or fourth grade, and so music like means more to me, and it's just something that I can't compromise. It's nothing that's not compromised. Period.
No doubt. No
Other.
doubt. Good answer, man. You know, like yeah, the hustle is the adult stuff, man. The music is
Yeah,
the
that's the
message.
hustle. Music's
Yeah,
not the hustle. The music is just me.
I
The
agree.
stuff is the hustle.
Dope. Good message, man. Especially for everyone else too, like make shit you like, and like I don't know, trying to please other people to sell shit is just not it's
Yeah,
not
and
the
that's one thing that I
it
did
doesn't
notice
feed your
about.
soul, you know what I mean?
Yeah, once I stopped making music for other people, I feel like my music became better and more people liked it.
I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
That was definitely a change that I saw.
No doubt.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna slip back into my cookie cutter question list here, Lala G. This is a two-sided question. I try to ask this for all the business owner guests I have who I view as successful. What's been your best move on the path to where you are right now?
Cutting people off.
Yeah. Can you
Mhm.
elaborate? Well, and like reasons
The
why
people
and why
that
that was the best move. You know what I mean? Can you talk
that was
about
the
it?
best move I have ever made was cutting people off. The people that were closest to me, who I thought was in my corner, and I was blinded by my love for them, and it took me a long time. Even though other people always told me, "Hey, why are you hanging out with these people? Hey, giving me these advices," because of my love and my loyalty. I wanted to stick around them and give them the benefit of the doubt and didn't care because I love them. Always put me in situations to where I had to fight, had to beat a bitch up, had to get beat up, had to do these all types of things,
Yeah.
things that really in my heart
Drama.
I was drama. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, drama.
Because I feel like in a lot of cases you're conditioned for that, especially coming from where you're from and where I'm from too. And it's just like, man,
Exactly. You
it's
already
like
know.
after
Right.
a certain age, it's like, dude, yeah, I'm gonna still have mine with me, but I don't want to fucking feel like I gotta pull it out, bro. Like,
Exactly.
it
I don't want to
shouldn't be
see
happening
my
this
son no
often.
more.
It should be fucking once in 10 years, not every fucking weekend. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And since I cut
Yeah.
those people off, I have not had I haven't got I haven't went viral online for dumb shit in years since I cut those people off. Like viral, like
Word.
if you look me up on Facebook, you know what I'm talking about.
I, okay.
I had
Okay. I don't. If you don't want to talk about that, I understand. But
no, I do want to talk about it
Okay.
because
Yeah. Please do, because I don't fucking know.
I'm sure people wonder why I have not went viral in a long time, and it's because I cut these certain people off. And I haven't had to fight. I haven't had any. My love relationships are more smooth. I've grown as a person on the inside, like I said, my humbling experience and growing as a person
Yeah.
within after I cut these people off. And then within that, I'm able to, no matter if I'm doing adult content or making music or whatever it is that I do to express myself, it's more from like it's better. Everything is just better now. Everything's more inspired. Everything is genuine, and everything makes some more of a difference and an impact towards like everybody now.
Word.
So it's beautiful. Yes, it's like it's really that saying because I've always heard sayings growing up, like like birds of a feather flock together. Like
Yeah.
I knew what it meant, but I'm like okay. But now after certain experiences and stuff, I really understand the depths of the meaning, and
Yeah.
it's
No
true.
doubt. Good answer. Yeah. Good answer. So the other side of that question, what do you feel has been your biggest mistake on the path to where you are right now?
My biggest mistake on my path is not saving money.
Good advice. Can you please talk about that, yo?
Yeah, I mean, from going to making $1,000 a day from the minimum, it's like that's just my objective is just $1,000 a day. But I know I can make more. Boom, okay, I will. But my making $1,000 a day and spending that whole $1,000 that day,
Yeah.
and then just having the mindset of oh well, fuck it, I can make that back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, okay, and
Couple
I'll
more
just
flips, man. It's cool.
right,
Yeah.
like like that's nothing to me.
I'm
I have to do
I'm
that
guilty
every
of the same
day.
thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so not even saving, like if I would have saved $20 a day, $10 a day from the past 5, 6 years, I would have been multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
And so that was my biggest mistake was just blowing it all. Because I never came from money. So once I had money, I didn't know what to do and how to act.
Yeah, man. It doesn't. I wish they taught you that in school, man, because it
Yeah,
does.
I
It's
would have
like
built my
fuck.
credit up, all that.
Yeah. So you're not the only one, Lala G. Like fuck. Let's.
Man.
Yeah. It sucks to be like, fuck, I got loot, but I can't get that because my credit sucks. You know what I
It's
mean?
like
So
bittersweet. It's so bittersweet. It's like fuck all that money
yeah.
I would have had. If I would have had all that money now, oh my god.
Yep. No
It
doubt.
wasn't that long ago for me at least. So
No doubt, man.
that was
Good.
definitely one of my biggest mistakes. My biggest mistakes was not creating a savings and
Yeah.
saving anything from my daily earnings or whatever the fuck.
Good advice. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to, enter into the adult content entertainment industry, make sure you stash something, man. You know what I mean?
I don't care if it's $1 or $5 or 1,000. Just every day, every amount that you make, every put it away, put something away.
Good advice. Good advice. Yeah, man. Tight. Man, super dope interview. So, man, we're past an hour now. The last cookie cutter question that I have is, what sort of ideas or concepts would you like to promote for the future? I know it might be kind of like a really open-ended, deep question, but like my shit, when I ask people this question, my idea that I want to promote, my concept is that if cannabis is going to be federally legal, then everybody should be able to grow it in their home or in their residence. Like, people shouldn't be forced to go to the store and buy what the fuck all these chads fucking cooked up in their fucking rec license fucking facility. Like, everybody should be able to order seeds and grow their own and have what they like and not have to depend on spending that money at the store to
Definitely.
facilitate, a tax revenue. And most people they're gonna just go to the store because they don't want to plant. But I want the idea that everybody can if they want to. You know what I mean? Because
Man.
most people won't. But I want everybody to have the ability to do that without going to jail. You know what I mean?
And I feel passionately that everyone that has gone to jail for it for decades should get released.
Fucking ain't right. Yeah, yeah, goddamn right, man. Like that is like it's only certain states that go rec, man. Like Illinois started to do it in January. They're starting to you know what I mean? Like wipe it off everyone's record and release people from jail, which I think is tight.
Wow.
Yeah, cuz it is, man. It's like, you guys are selling it to fucking fund your shit. These people are in jail for selling it to fund their shit. You need to fucking let them out too, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that makes no sense.
yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna send the question back to you. What sort of ideas or concepts would you like to promote for the future?
Bringing it back to that sex workers should not be discriminated against because people forget that sex workers. I don't give a fuck if a sex worker enjoys what she does. I think when it comes back to the end of the day, she's a victim. So therefore, they should not discriminate sex workers and make things harder for them. They should remember that something happened to make her this way. Period. It's a victim in order and help that and or make it easier because that's what
Yeah,
it is. And
yeah,
then another side of that too is that for example the American West was established through sex workers
yes.
in the
Man, fucking
Wild Wild
A.
West and the
Watch
saloons.
Deadwood, ladies and gentlemen. Watch Deadwood, man.
Yeah, and so like that's how we even got established and how things got started, and so there's a respect that's needed back there because they stopped that because they couldn't control the taxes and stuff,
Yep.
and so it's just like with weed, it's the same thing.
Exact same thing, man. I told Jason Ortiz this last week on the podcast. I said, dude, all the CDCL tracking is bullshit. I would rather sell my packs to a store than answer my fucking phone and make drops all day. The state could get the fucking point of sale tax at the store or not. It's like that. It doesn't. There's too much energy being spent on fucking trying to make sure I can't have a plate at that table, and it is, dude. It's like, just fucking tax it at the point of sale because you're never gonna be able to track everything anyway. You know what I mean? Like, you're just not. Same as pussy. It's like, dude,
Man.
you're just you can't possess that type of control. I know they want that level of control, but it's like, you can't fucking have that, man. It's just not. It's not real. You know?
Exactly. But that's another it's one of the bittersweet things of America as well because in other countries you can't even express
Yeah,
you have
exactly. You can't get naked on camera out here, girl. We're gonna fucking hang you at the fucking town
you're
square
right.
and shit.
So,
You know what I mean?
it's like, give and take, but those are the kind of ideas that I like to put out there. And also that even if the government, fuck them, I hate them.
Yeah,
But the community, our community, can build each other up instead of trying to compete so hard.
I agree.
It's better if we all
Work together. Yeah, collaborate with each other, man. Like for real.
relax.
That's why. Shout out to Beers, Bongs, and Bullshit podcast. Fucking love you guys, man. I'm glad to be working with you guys, but it is, man. Competition is healthy, but everybody should try and elevate each other. You know what I mean?
Yes, especially when we're in small minorities and stuff.
Yeah,
So definitely that's very helpful.
no doubt. Good
Mhm.
call, Lala G. So I feel like that's a pretty good spot to wrap. Can you drop us your social media, like how people can follow you, and then also the website URL one more time, like how folks can get in tune, and the OnlyFans. Like I can put the all my links thing in the description on the YouTube video, but I just want you to shout it out for anybody who might not be watching on YouTube. Maybe they're listening on Spotify or Apple or Google or something.
Okay.
So
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I'm Lala G. I'm Lala Gomez. And you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and I think pretty much everywhere else with
oh
X.
wait, you're on Facebook too?
Yeah.
I don't find you on there. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
my
on
bad. Sorry for
SoundCloud.
interrupting.
No,
My
it's
bad.
fine. I'm on SoundCloud, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. I'm on pretty much every social media. I'm pretty sure. And then my original link is XO, like kisses and hugs. XO Lala G XO.
Yep. So that's how to search you, right? On all the social
Yep.
media platforms. And is that also the website URL? It's www.xolalagxo.com.
My website is www.lalalandxo.com.
Dope.
So
Dope.
that's how you can find me there. But all my other social medias is XO Lala GXO, and I'm there.
And what about the OnlyFans?
OnlyFans is onlyfans.com/XOLalaGXO. That's my brand.
Yeah. Yeah. Tune into that one,
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen. Spend some loot.
That's me. If you see any other XO Lala GXO out there, it's a fraud because that's all me.
No doubt. No doubt. Authentic, man. Good call, Lala G. Is there anything else that you want to add before I wrap and do my outro dance?
What's the outro there?
Oh, well, I just do. I go through. It's like a free throw routine, right? Every time you shoot a free throw, you do the same routine. It's like I do 3 dribbles, and then I look, and then I shoot. You know what I mean? So I do the same outro every time, so that I call it my outro dance.
No, not really. I'm just like so thankful to have opportunity to give some advice out there. So
No doubt. Thank you for taking the time, Lala G. It means a lot to us. I hope my listeners gain something from this interview. I hope that you gain something from this interview. I hope folks tune into your websites and subscribe to your content. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I feel like her feed just left right there. So I'm going to take that as my cue to do my outro dance. This was the 92nd episode of Concerned Dads Podcast. I was your host, Katie M. Kane. Our guest tonight, Lala G. You can tune into her online. Search XO Lala G XO. So that's XOLALAGEE XO online. Check out the OnlyFans. La La Land Entertainment XO.com is the website URL. So please hit her up. We thank her for taking the time to share her stories with us. I also got to give a shout out to my guys in production, Mitchell Wilson and Jesse Curry. This has been a Main Node and Joseph Street Enterprise production.